dear teacher and classmates, this time I'm going to explain and delve into very important issues that is very controversial today. Video games and computer games are electronic games whose object is to interactive with a user interface to generate a visual response to a video device. These platforms range from large mainframes to small portable devices. Video games differ from other forms of entertainment in that they must be interactive, that is, user must actively engage with the content. Video games can be a haven where you can find people to relate to in a positive way. The games allow virtual dates to play with real friends. Video games are also the topic of conversation at school as well as sports and music. Action games boards have even been found to have better hand-eye coordination and visual motor skills such as their resistance to interruption, their completion for information in a peripheral vision, and their means of contain readily available objects than not players. The research found that such engines skills can be obtained by training with the action games. With respect to challenge that change between different locations but not with games that require concentration or individual objects. Video games aren't bad, the problem is how much time people spend playing them. Research figures indicate that a user can be entertained up to 7 hours a day with a video game. If the action is constantly repeated, the damage to the user's mental health could be uncomfortable, uh, such as causing insomnia, irritability, stress, lack or concentration, and even depression. Children and young people between 10 or 20 years old are the most likely to use video games to avoid scams. If a child or young person doesn't control playtime after more than 1 or 2 hours, with the passage of time it has increased. If he changes his priorities, that is the most essential thing in video games over the school friends, the family, or even the couple. And if his school performs and uh, and the level of attention when he talks to him decreases, be careful because he is surely on the verge of a video game addiction disorder, and it's best to see specialist. So in conclusion, it can be asserted that video games must be performed responsibly so that it doesn't lead to any addiction in turn to some psychological damage. My opinion on this theme is will be that if a child or young person wishes to enter and have fun in the world of video games, by any means, it should be with the supervision of an adult and especially with the proper information about the games and that are going to be played so that they find announcements of certain bad situations and aren't exposed to something terrible. Thanks for your attention.